The following is a transcript between Matías De Stefano, referred to as me, and his higher self, referred to as I am, originally produced on April 2nd, 2021, into the constellation of Aries, in the mental week, examining through the third eye. I am. Have you ever wondered why you do what you do? Me. What does why mean? I am. You know what why means? It is the object or objective of an action. The Indo-European particle ko, K-W-O, referring to something in concrete of which its concrete aspect is sought. The question is asked to look for ways to manifest this what, which could be translated as thing. When you add the noun of cause por, originating from the Latin pro, or forward, in Spanish, you get the idea that the questions, the cause, the motive, the origin of a fact, of an object, of a reality. And even though the idea of pro speaks forward of the future, in the question it refers to the reason why the future is developing. That is, taking the concept of what as a timeless object anchors the reason for what is, making the future not strictly linked to what is to come, but to the reasons why it has arisen in that probable future. Me. I would have never thought of explaining the question why would be so complicated. I am. Sometimes we take for granted many words that when we repeat without any awareness, and by bringing awareness, light, clarity, we discover very profound things. In the Saxon language, in English, the origin of this question comes from the Indo-European casual declarative, which is I, so kau, K-W-O, becomes qui, K-W-I, giving rise to the well-known why. Me. Casual declarative? I am. In languages, the idiomatic structure is different, either by construction of nouns, adverbs, prefixes, and suffixes, or, on the other hand, by means of enclitics and declensions that modify the word itself. For example, menace, hand, and manibus, with the hands. Due to declensions, language becomes even more diversified and creates varieties that today seem unconnected. The casual declarative is the one that indicates the reason for things, the reason why they happen, being the what, in this case, the cause that originates the fact. So I ask you, do you know why you do what you do? Me. I suppose I do. And for that, I must go to the origin of things, to look for the root of the facts. I ask myself, then, why? And now that I think about it, I cannot find the answer. Why do I do what I do? I am. Why do you think that you can't find the answer? Me. Because there are so many. There are many reasons, many causes. I am. Tell me. Me. Starting from today backwards, if I ask myself why today I act the way that I did in a situation, I would never have responded in this way. I find the answer in because for 8 months I have been preparing myself in my axis, and I began to know how to distinguish when one acts out of love and unity, and when one must learn to set limits and take care of oneself in this reality. Today I had to set limits in my life, and I thank the one who served as my reflection for showing me all that I can do. At another time, it would have never been able to do it, and in my life, learning to do it shows me that I've been working hard enough to know how to say no when before I had a hard time with this response. So I ask myself, why have I been preparing myself for these 8 months? And I answer myself, because I've always talked about the path of the I am. But I had never conceded to go through it, avoiding the inner work for the sake of the outer. I am. Why did you avoid the inner work of the I am? Me. Because I always believed that my mission was with the world, that what I had to do was for the planet. I am. Why do you think that? Me. Because of my memories since I was 12 years old, that my life has been based on what I could not resolve in the Atlantean era about the planetary network, the connection of the world, making this planet a worthy home for humanity. I am. And why do you want to build a worthy home? Me. Maybe because my family was always had trauma with not having a home. As I told you, my grandmother died in pain because my grandfather did not leave her a home. My grandfather died in pain because his father denied him possession of the house. My mother was kicked out of her home by her own family, and we always had to live in rentals, moving out at the end of the lease every 2 years. I am. And why does your family's history project onto the history of the world? Me. I think it's a personal code that I have sought to remind me all the times that the need to rebuild a home for the family that we all are, and that, in a way, we all need that security, because all families have been exiled at some point, having lost everything, leaving it behind in the face of some wars or famines, migrations, exiles. I am. Why do you consider yourself an exile if you have never been one in this life? Me, Sigurd. 900 years ago in Norway, my name was Sigurd, and my own family kicked me out of my home, out of my territory, when I was only 20 years old, for not complying with my father's command. I was left wandering through different regions and kingdoms, dying alone in the Holy Land, abandoned by the world. I am. And why did you allow yourself to be abandoned by the world? Me. Because I abandoned myself. I believed I was worthless. That's what I was led to believe all my life. I am. And why did you believe you were worthless? Me. Because I didn't feel worthy of belonging. I thought differently. I was the black sheep of the family, and so in this life I wanted to put on my shoulders the responsibility to heal it, to honor it. I chose not to have a father, so as not to live the same mandate or exile again. But even so, I lost part of the family in the attempt to be myself. I am. Why did you lose her? Me. Because I lost myself, because I let go of control of living for others, which was the key to my thinking, and started living for myself. I let go of the idea of supporting the family the moment I got my story healed by buying a house. The instant I manifested my own, I let go of that responsibility. I am. So why do you keep doing this for the planetary family? Me. Because I still don't let go of certain things. I still feel that I owe it to my twin brother of 900 years ago, who dedicated his life to the conquest of Scotland and died trying. I feel I need to make peace with him, just as I feel I needed to make peace with Shiva's 12,000-year-old history. I feel responsible for an entire people. I am. Why? Me. Because I felt that I abandoned them, And even though I knew what was coming, the fall of our civilization, I left without any idea what I could do for them. I am. And why did you abandon them? Me. I was afraid. I didn't know what to do. It was a responsibility that I didn't understand how to manage, but that I now believe I can do. I am. Why? Me. Because now I have the answers. Now I understand why. I am. What is the why? Me. Because I am. Everything I do not do it for the world, I do it for me. When the pandemic started and the I am path for the earth had to be canceled, I understood the reason for the change. This path is everyone's before it is collective. The cause of all that we live is a personal choice. Therefore, I could not look for the causes in past lives, nor in situations of other people's history, nor in others, nor in genetics, nor in spiritual mandates. It was all in me. I am the cause, for I am is the origin. I am. Why do you do what you do? Me. Because it is my will. It is I who decided to live this. Beyond any mandate of history, body, soul, or mind, beyond any circumstance, emotion, beyond belief, expectation, or projection, the only cause I see is myself. I am. When you begin to ask why, you begin to dispel the doubts that eat away at your mind until you arrive at the simplest answer of all, at the origin of all existence. You can be eternally asking yourself why, and every time you do not stop at trifles, at perspectives. The causes may be thousands, but all causes have an original one. Everything you see in the world, you see it with your eyes. You contemplate it with the spark of your inner vision. You are the only reason why the world you see exists. There is no culprit without responsibilities, other than those you design for yourself. Every step you have taken is the cause of an effect you live. But you alone have taken that direction. You have chosen that step. You have actuated your walk from the will. Me. I am the cause of every action. I am the answer to every question. I am. The question why maps your mind, reminding you of the road you have traveled. Begin to write down all of the whys that come to your mind, and without the need to write down the answer, write the family tree of your causes. These questions will be answered through contemplation of your walk. Why do you exist? Me. Because I decided to step outside of myself to experience the universe. I am. And why are you who you are? Me. Because every decision I made brought me here. I am. Why are you here? Me. Because it is my path. I am. Why is it your way? Me. Because I am the way. I am. Because I am the why. Me. Because I am the cause.